Well, hello, y'all. What a beautiful, warm, middle of the November day. So weird to say. Yeah, it's been in the 70s today, November the 16th. It ought to be in the 50s. It ought to be cool during the day. It ought to be cold at night. But it was 40 this morning, but no, I mean, it's 70s now. So, well, we're moving potatoes anyway. Let's get to the subject here. We're moving our sweet potatoes in. They've been on racks drying out of the carport. We grew a few this year. They done pretty well. These are baskets in the back of the Polaris. Had a weird one there to show you. This is what we wind up with a lot. A lot of times they're bigger than this, but this is a little one I found. The ground's so hard, the potatoes can't grow out. So they'll just keep pressing in on each other and keep circling around on each other and interlock and twist. Yeah, it makes it fun to get them apart. But for the most part, we got some good sized potatoes. They done really well for as much drought as we had. August and September was bad dry. July was pretty dry. Before I've got these planted, there always seems to be just a little bit of moisture in the ground. I try not to move stuff too much in that garden. They say you're supposed to rotate. But it's hard to move stuff and you get good results. I'm going to show you some other stuff in the yard. I'll show you what's going on in November. Let's move on to the next one. Well, now that we looked at the sweet potatoes, I didn't show you the peanuts. I still got peanuts I got to go through. They're still hanging and drying. That's a Olympian fig. I had some extra fig trees. My sassafras, I got 3 of them going. Yeah, we smoothly move back there. I don't give anybody a rush on the crazy video. That's a mullein plant. I planted mullein here and I thought they was all gone. I actually killed one on the other side of the ditch. That's a pomegranate, by the way. But I keep finding mullein coming up in the yard. So the seeds did spread and the seeds did make. I've got 4 so far. That's better than I had. I had 1. We multiplied by 4. I got this crazy tomato plant here. I don't know where the seed come from, but ever since I hauled this dirt in, tomato seeds apparently was in it because I've had tomato plants come up around my strawberry box. That's where I put the dirt, around 2 sides of it. I'm showing the strawberry patch. Yeah, I see what I'm looking for right now. If I can get down here with the camera. See if I can get down here and show you. It's so warm in November, we're getting strawberries. Pretty good. Still pretty sweet. Yo. Alright, back on track. Had to have a snack. I see another one, but it's small. Yeah, I walk by here pretty often since there's sweet treats, you know. I see another one right in there somewhere. Also, being that it's warm, I got beans and tomatoes and everything coming up here. I've got my clover planted for this. I planted medium red clover. Medium red seems to come back even after a frost or after the hot weather. It'll seed itself and come back up if it ever makes the seed. So we planted something that'll probably grow in the garden all next year. This is what still amazes me. All 16 jalapeno plants are still producing. They really like hot days and cool nights. We talked about that in another video. And I'm dropping everything today. It's a pretty good jalapeno right there. I haven't picked in the last few days, but we're still getting gallon bags off this thing. off these. Just amazing. It's the middle of November. Everything should be dead. I mean, we should have cold nights and very cool days and a warm one every once in a while. We're having warm days pretty much all the time and a cool one every once in a while. Now, this is what's left of the bell pepper. Yeah, they look kind of rough. Somebody got in here with a backhoe, you know, and dug a deep hole and knocked them around. But I'm still getting bell pepper. It's loaded right now. If I make it a few more days, I can pull a bunch of peppers off, cut them up. They'll be green, but it's fine with me. They don't have to be red, especially when you're harvesting in November. Still got okra plants, but yeah, somebody got in here with a backhoe, you know. And I flattened all these out too. I had to get right where it was at in order to dig. But, you know, still got okra. I could cut all that off and stand all that back up. I'd probably get a few more I could eat. There's some in there small enough to eat, but I froze it, I've ate it, I've dried it, gave it away. I'm done with okra. Let's see. Let me turn back around here. This is a dwarf mulberry, black mulberry. And it's producing right now. Y'all come out and snack. They usually produce in the spring, but the weather was so crazy it fooled a lot of my trees into believing it's spring again. I had trees that budded and put on new leaves. Some of them tried to bloom. I had to go around and pull the blooms off the small pear trees because they were trying to start all over. Of course, this is Olympian fig. This is one of my big ones. Get where you can see it. The top's just full of figs. They don't like the cool days and cool nights. They like for it to be a little warmer. I don't know if I'll get any of the rest of them, but it's been full like that for a couple months now. We've started picking at the very bottom, and I've picked gallon bags of figs this year. Off this tree, and I'll show you the other one. This is my other tree that always produces. You can see it's got figs all over it too. Until the weather started getting cold at night, we was eating figs off this thing pretty much every day. I'd come down here and get anywhere from 4 or 5 to 10 or 12 off these 2 trees. Sometimes I'd have to go get a bowl, depending on what the weather did. The Olympian fig's a really big, sweet fig. That's a muscadine, golden muscadine. I don't remember which one's which. I'd have to read the tags, but I've got 2 of them. The 2 sweetest ones I could find. One's 17% sugar, the other is 21% sugar. And fig trees still look good, even the little ones. Apple trees, I tried to put on new leaves. Goji berries is loaded. I don't even usually talk about these. Not many people care for them. I mean, I've got all kinds of them. Weird November, for sure. All this warm weather is crazy. I keep saying it, and I'm just amazed. I've never seen stuff grow like this in November. That's the trifoliate oranges. I thought I'd give you a quick walk around, let you see what's going on here. We're still growing stuff in November in Middle Tennessee. Who knows what it'll do next month. We might be wearing flip-flops and shorts on Christmas the way we're going. Y'all have a good day. God bless.